Are you struggling with manifestation and the law of attraction and it's just not working for you? Well, stick around because in this video, we're talking about how to manifest anything that you want and how to do it fast. Manifestation, of course, is all about aligning your feelings with your goals and your vision, but also your thoughts and your energy. You're combining it all with a tunnel focus on one particular thing. Now, you can, of course, manifest many things, but I do encourage you to focus on one thing at a time so that you're not spread too thin and you're not all over the place, because that can kind of create anxiety and needy energy. And guess what? That's going to repel your manifestation. But even if you understand how to manifest, how can you do it fast? How can you speed up that process? The first step is to get really crystal clear on exactly what it is that you want. Don't just say, oh, I'd like to have more money. That's really vague, and the universe, which is what's listening to you, has no idea how much money that means to you, because what you want in terms of a lot of money might be different than what I want. So come up with a specific amount of money that you would like to manifest. And guess what? Most of the time, it's not going to be an even dollar amount. So manifest, if let's say you want to get about $20,000, don't just say, I want $20,000. Say, I'd like $20,643.72. Be specific down to the decimal point like that, because that's much more likely. That's a much more likely scenario that it's not going to be a dead even number. But ultimately, the clearer your goal is, the more likely it is to happen. Then I want you to really visualize it, because again, we're not doing this analytically. We're doing this on an emotional level. You want to feel this, and the best way to feel it is to kind of see it and really kind of put yourself in that mindset now, even though it hasn't happened yet. One thing that I do, and I know TikTok videos show up backwards, kind of annoying, but I screenshotted my bank statements, all my different accounts, which include my kids' accounts, and I photoshopped some of the numbers here to be what I want to see, not what it's currently in there. So you could do that too. It's an easy, simple trick, and then just post it somewhere where you can look at it every day and then really begin to immerse yourself in those numbers as if they were already in your bank account. Affirmations are another great way to kind of reinforce what we've already talked about. And you can do that even better by looking at yourself in the mirror. Stare at your eyes in a mirror and repeat some affirmations. What kind of affirmations? It could be any number of things, like I am attracting my goals effortlessly. I am a magnet for money. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. But it also could be more specific. Again, going back to that dollar amount, it could be, I expect to see $20,743.62 or whatever that number was. I expect to see that in my bank account within the next 2 months. And then you could even be more specific and set an exact date of when you expect to see it in there. And then repeat these every day, ideally. Having said all that, this money's not just going to magically rain down on you with no effort from you. So you've got to take some inspired action here, because this isn't just about wishing, hoping, or praying. You do need to actually do something to make this happen. Now, we've already talked about being specific about what you want and about visualizing what you want, but there are some other steps that you could take as inspired action to help you get there. And if more money is what you want to manifest, then think about some of the things that you could do right now to help put you on that journey, whether that's asking for a raise at work, whether that's taking on additional responsibility at work, whether it's changing jobs with your employer or finding a new employer altogether. All of those things could help improve that process and get you closer to your goal. But it could also be just educating yourself on investment opportunities or side hustles. There are lots of things that you could do right now to help increase your income. But it also could be adjusting your mindset. A lot of us have negative beliefs about money. We hear things like money is the root of all evil and tax the rich and the 1% are horrible and things of that nature. And guess what? Money is not evil. It's not good. It is neutral. People can be evil or good, but money itself is neither evil nor good. And I don't know about you, but if I had a lot more money, that would give me the opportunity to donate more, to help more, to tip better at restaurants and things like that. So if you catch yourself saying or thinking something that is a limiting belief about money, stop yourself and reframe it right there on the spot. Also, don't think about money as a scarcity thing, or that there's a finite amount of money and you'll never get the opportunity to get your fair share. That's not really true. Money is abundant and you can definitely get more of it without taking away from anybody else. But I also want you to think about who you hang around with, your friends, your family. Who do you spend the most time with? Because guess what? You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's a quote from speaker Jim Rohn, and it's totally true. So if most of the people you hang out with are broke and always grousing about how miserable their lives are, guess what? You're gonna fall into that same camp too. I'm not telling you to cut off your friends, but what I am telling you to do is to cultivate people in your life who are successful, who are wealthy, who have positive mindsets, because all of that is gonna rub off on you. The next thing I want you to do is to be grateful. And a lot of us focus our time and energy on what we don't have. And guess what? That creates what is called a state of lack. We are focused on what we don't have. And guess what? The universe is going to give us more of that. So no matter who you are, no matter where you are at in life, no matter how little you think you have, I guarantee you can find something to be grateful for. I try and write down 3 things every single day on a sheet of paper just like this. I know, again, it's TikTok, so it's backwards, but I try and write that down every single day. Things that I'm grateful for. These aren't gigantic things like a new house, a new car. They're just little things that I'm grateful for. Could be people, could be things, could be, social channels where I learned a valuable piece of information. Whatever it is that you are grateful for, do at least one of those every single day and write it down. Don't type it, don't put it in your phone, write it with a pen and paper. But I also want you to let go of your expectations of how this is going to happen. Don't focus on that. Let the universe decide how it's going to happen and really when it's going to happen. Just focus on the goal itself and then detach yourself from the outcome. Don't be like on pins and needles, like, when's it going to happen? Because that's, again, anxiety, and it's just going to create more stress and anxiety in your life instead of helping you manifest what it is that you want. Ultimately, you can manifest virtually anything in this world that you want to achieve or get. You just have to have the right mindset. You've got to stay positive. You've got to do the right things, take inspired action, and detach yourself from outcome. But you can definitely get there, and I hope this video helps you achieve that. Let me know where you're at on your manifestation journey in the comments. But now I'll see you in the next video.